Now we come to active and passive voice. As the word by itself, passive, that means it takes the action. So when the subject of the verb performs an action, the verb is said to be in active voice. Now let's see this sentence. Sudha respects her teacher. Now we said the subject of the verb. Now what's the subject of the verb? Her teacher. This is the subject and this is her teacher. Respects is Sudha respects her teacher. So this is formed an action. So now in order to our our action or our progress in active passive, this is your subject and this is your object. Direct object of the subject. Now in the second part in the passive form, this will become the subject. So therefore, when we have to change it into passive voice, now our teacher is going to become the subject, and this is basically what our active passive voice is all about. When the action is transferred, that is when the action transferred to the object here, but in the passive form, the same object will become the subject. So when the subject of the verb receives the action, the verb is said to be in passive voice. So when we practically do this, if it is a sentence like this, what are we actually merely doing? We are changing the subjects. When the object becomes a subject and we are vice versa just changing it. So in case in this, what we are adding an is, and we can add is, an, or are. So now what is the next thing we do? Teacher, because now you got respect here, this is a verb. Now we are going to change this. So what do we have to do? We have a past participle that we have to add. So now respect will become respected by who? That Sudha has become the object, now the receiving the action. Okay? So now it's very simple. We add the object words of is, am, and are depending upon the subject. So which teacher we use is, if it was she, or it was Ram, he, if it was people, it would be they. So it would depend upon are, you do that, but this you will have to change into past participle. That means in this case, respect change to respected. So let's see this sentence. Let's now have another sentence over here in form, the passive form. In active form, your uncle teaches us English. Your uncle teaches us English. So now again, if you go by that formula, the action has to change. Here it was changing. Your uncle teaches us English. So now we have to get the action to be the subject. So we get this word here. So then what do we write? English was taught. No, your uncle. English was taught by your uncle. Yes? So what did we do? A subject object, and the object became so the act who was the doer of the action became the subject of the action. Now, so English was taught, we have is was are, we got was here. In our was taught, we are returning to this past participle over here. So we have taught here. Let's do one more. She did not care for me. For me. So now in case of me is I know, I, me, myself. So we can say I did not, I do not care. She did not care for me. I did not care me will become, she will become her, right? She is her. So I did not care for her. Is this correct? Why is it not correct? Because we have to change this into the past. It is more or less the same sentence. So now we have to change this to care, it has to become cared. So how will we change that to care? She did not, I do not, I cared for her. I did not care for her. She did not care for me. Is that right? Because we have not. We have to start the sentence with me. And me we are putting over here, we are using I. So I did not care for her. So what have we merely done? We have changed the pronouns. She became her over here and me became I over here. So did not is remaining the same over here. Now, we use this room for special occasions. We use this room for special occasions. So you have this verb over there, use. No, we use this room. We use this room for special occasions. Now, special occasions. So let's say if you are, now we have to change it. So what is our formula here? We use this room for special occasion. So how will we change this? This room is used for special occasion. So now, what have we done merely again here? We've changed the subject and the object and the receiver and the doer of the actions. Now you come to a situation where sometimes you don't have the subject. So like say commands. So let's say have a command. Shut the door. So you have a command over here. Shut the door. Now you have to assume you don't have any subject here. So then we assume that let the door be shut. Okay? Let the door be shut. Okay? Let the door be shut. Now see, this is very important. You must understand, when you don't have a subject, you assume a subject. So since this is a command, this is imperative, shut the door. So we write over there, let the door be shut. So who teaches you English? Another word, we have when you're asking a question, who teaches you English? So when you're writing that answer in your passive form, you will write by whom are you taught English? Are you taught English? So the question was, who teaches you English? So we changed teaches to taught. So what have we done? We've fulfilled the rule that must change to past participle.